Hello, my fellow creators, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making cards using January 2021's Sheetload of cards given to us by Crafty Al. For my pattern paper, I am using a hot buy paper pad from Michaels called Marsh Flower. And then for one of my solid cardstocks, I've pulled out this hot buy paper pad of neutrals. And I'll be using this to print the sentiments that Crafty Al shared with us this month. I've already gone ahead and chosen the 3 pattern papers I want from that paper pad. And I've also brought in some navy blue cardstock I had in my stash. I decided to make these cards with more of a masculine feel. I have several male family members in my family, and it never fails when we need a birthday card for one of the boys. I have to make it pretty much on demand. So I thought I'm going to make these and have them in my stash, and that way when my kids come in and say, "Hey mom, do you have a birthday card I can use?" I have some for the men in the family. Now this neutral cardstock I did cut down to 8.5 by 11 so that I could run it through my printer and print the sentiments that Crafty Al shared with us. Now I do have an inkjet printer, so the ink didn't dry right away. So I did pull out the Simon Says Stamp Ultra Fine Steel Navy embossing powder, and I poured it over it right after I printed it and heat embossed it, and this worked. It did warp the paper quite a bit, but not to worry, I will just add extra adhesive to flatten it out. But this embossing powder did match my color theme perfectly. So I've got to start cutting my cardstock now. So I'll start by cutting the pattern paper, and I cut the 3 pattern papers together all at once. This makes it easier and quicker to get it done, and that way they're all cut to the same size. So let me zoom out, get some music going, and let's get started on this month's sheetload of cards. So these are all the scraps I had left, which really aren't too many. And since I'm trying not to keep the smallest pieces of scraps this year, I have vowed to use up the scraps and not just put them away. So I will be using those bigger pieces of scraps to make a few additional cards. In the meantime, here are the 9 I made with this month's sheet load. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribed to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day.